Make sure to check out our sponsor, Cell Phone Buyers Recyclers. They want to buy your cell phone old, broken, or you're just trying to get rid of it. You can contact them right at the number on the screen, text or call. Also, their social media and website is in the description if that's more convenient. If you share their social media accounts on social media, get a chance to win an iPhone. Go check them out. All right, man, we back. Goodfellas Sports TV and Cameron revealed Instagram Live the other day that they in talks to do Paid in Full 2. And I'm going to kind of explain why the talks come back now for Paid in Full 2. But we back. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Appreciate the love, support, everybody showing the channel. Let's get it in one time for the one time. And no, one of the reasons they want to do Paid in Full 2, and this is my hypothesis on this, is because of the love Alpo was getting. Alpo was going back to Harlem, and they showing him love. And now that he out and he can actually articulate and tell the story, that's why it's going to be popular to do the movie again. Cameron said he only got $8,500 to do the original movie, Paid in Full, and it wasn't even a story that AZ wanted to do. AZ was the guy that portrayed as Ace in the movie. And you know what? I'm gonna put the original, his version of the movie, the documentary, in the description, because I want people to know his version of the movie, because a lot of stuff happened in the movie that didn't make the movie, and they tried to portray AZ being a snitch, and he was mad at Dame Dash and them for a long time for fucking up his movie, and they did mess it up, because if you actually follow the timeline, you know, a lot of the way it ended, they tried to make it seem like AZ snitched on Alpo, but that ain't what happened. All right, that's not what happened at all. But now they can do Paid in Full 2. But the only issue they're gonna have doing with this movie is the way the first one ended. But the one, because they kind of left the door open saying, I ain't snitching on nobody from New York. I'll tell y'all what happened in DC. They got to change kind of the ending, how they kind of did the first one. But Paid in Full 2 is probably going to follow Alpo to DC, where basically he took over DC, or he was, you know, one of the major players in DC after Rayful Edmonds went to jail. He said he even met Rayful Edmonds when he went down there, because he had a girlfriend down in DC. He even met Rayful. And Rayful, if you don't know, check out his story, man. Rayful, you know, they caught him off conspiracy charges. They jammed his mom up and tried to get his mama to snitch on him. You know what I'm saying? And he had connections to Griselda Blanco's son, and that's how he was getting it. And even behind the prison cells, he was still selling stuff off the prison phone through Pig Latin. But when his people ran off with his work, you know what I'm saying, and they wasn't paying the plug, or they wasn't making good, they was just taking the work running off, he had to set them up. So he started, you know, telling on them, and he got labeled a snitch. It's believed that he had been released from prison for cooperating, because people ran off with his work. And when, you know, you try to explain, like, somebody stole something from me, I told on them, this is why I don't give Rainbow snitch chick no fucking slide, because they still label Rayful Edmonds as a snitch. Even though he was fronting people to sack and they wasn't getting the money back, he had no other choice, because the Griselda Blanco people probably was going to chop his nuts off in the prison cell. But that's here nor less. You know, with Alpo, he out now. He can tell his story, and they can do Paid in Full 2. To be honest, some of the stories that I heard, and from guys like Ears to Christ and some of them DC dudes down there, kind of telling the stories and piecing it together what he's saying, the second one is probably going to be better than the first one. If they get the majority of the major details of the second one. Him going to DC, it was just as wild as, or wilder than what he did up there in New York with Rich and AZ. And you see him in the first movie talking about, like, we gotta go to DC. The way they explained that whole story, man, he was an out cold dude, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, Rich wasn't the only dude he did bad. The second one, it might be more polarizing, because it's the year of the rat. To be honest, it's the year of the rat. You know, Rainbow snitch chick out talking junk. So why not get on the rat bandwagon and put out Paid in Full? You know, would I be mad at Cameron for playing the movie? You know, was I mad at Denzel for playing Frank Lucas? He was a snitch. Well, I'm mad at Cuba Gooding Jr. for playing Nicky Barnes in American Gangster. You acting. But just make sure you get more than $8,500, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Cam, one of my favorite rappers of all time. So the second one, in my opinion, might be better than the first one.
Cam did a hell of a job. I don't understand why he didn't get more acting gigs, man. He pearled that shit, man. You know, he immortalized motherfucking Alpo. You know what I'm saying? But the shit in DC, they do that too. That shit gonna be wild and crazy, bro. You get into what he did to, what his name, Wayne Perry, what he did to him. Oh man, it's gonna get crazy. Second one gonna be better than the first one, because they gonna put more money behind the second one. And the second one storyline, they probably gonna follow what Alpo say better than they did what AZ say. But I'm gonna put, if I don't remember, hit me up on social media in the comment section. I'm gonna put that link to the real version of Paid in Full that AZ wanted to get out, but you know, they already did the movie. He sold the rights to the movie, and Dame and them, he got mad at them for messing the movie up. But hey, let me know what you guys think of them doing Paid in Full 2 again, or the second one. Like I said before, I think the second one gonna be better than the first one if they follow, you know, the storyline correctly. But hey, hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video question, want to make a donation, Cash App, PayPal, description, best way to donate. Share the video. Check out our music and entertainment playlist for more videos like this. One time for the one time. We gone.